Don't you hate when you like have one of these two-sided mirrors and then you accidentally flip to the one that's super zoomed in and you're like, am I that ugly?
Stepping into the club now. I know you notice me. Wanna be your...
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Lydia, aka A Fashionable Mess, aka Liddy, and it's about to be lit. Excuse the uninvited pimples that just decide to pop up on my face like I'm 13. I am actually going to the Ariana Grande Sweetener concert tonight. I'm so excited. I even made the shirt that I'm not going to be wearing because it came out kind of shitty. So I even put my initials on it because I'm extra. Kind of wanted to do some Ariana Grande inspired makeup, and I thought, why not film it? Now, before we get any further, before we start putting makeup on our face, before we start enjoying ourselves, let's just go ahead and remember, I'm not a makeup artist. I've never said I am. I honestly only wear makeup maybe one day out the week, if that. So don't come for me if this looks crazy. I'm gonna go grab all the makeup I'll be using. I'm going to go trim my mustache because that ain't cute. I really need to hurry because my goal is to like hopefully leave in the next hour, but yeah, I cannot confirm or deny that I'm gonna be late as hell. So first things first, I wash my hands because that's the number one most important thing about makeup. Wash your freaking hands because you're going to be touching your face and shit. And then I like to put on this little headband. I'm going to prime my skin. My favorite primer right now is this Becca First Light Priming Filter. There's the gold one and then there's the purple one. And honestly, like, I thought I was gonna like the gold one because that one had the most reviews, but I actually like this one, and I don't mind wearing it like by itself too. Like, it just makes your skin look really, really nice. I don't really do any crazy color correcting. The only thing I like to color correct is my under eyes, since I feel like sometimes they're a little dark to me. Using these Algenist Reveal Concentrated Lumizing Drops. I really like them a lot. I wasn't really sure what to do with them, but yeah, I just randomly was like, yeah, I'm about to put these on my under eyes. So already you can kind of see how it just kind of illuminates your under eyes a little bit. So, you know, use this as much as you feel like you need. It says that you can use it over makeup. I think it was supposed to kind of be like a liquid highlighter, but a bitch likes to glow, and this just does not do it for me. It's not. Alright, so for foundation, yeah, it's probably gonna be hot and sweaty in the arena. So a bitch has gotta stay fresh. A bitch has gotta be matte. So I'm going to be using my handy dandy, economically nice e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. Honestly, like, this foundation goes off for it only being like, I think it's like $6. Like, it does the trick. It's certainly full coverage. Sorry about that. I had to get my life together because like my mic was like for some reason on the ground, and I was like, that's probably why the sound is all funky. But yeah, it definitely reminds me of the Fenty foundation. I love Rihanna. I'm a big fan. But yeah, it's very similar. So if perhaps like that's not an affordable option for you, I would definitely look into this. I'm going to be using my it cosmetic brush for Ulta. This is the ones that they made for Ulta. This is the Airbrush Blurring Foundation. They also have another one. This is the Smoothing Foundation. I like to use the Blurring Foundation to put on my foundation. Any liquid or cream, and then I like using the Smoothing Foundation for my powder, so we'll use that in the end. But yeah, the Blurring Foundation I have found is one of my favorite brushes. Like, it honestly, it makes you look so airbrushed and smooth. Yeah, like I stand this collaboration. And girls, please let us not forget to extend it to our necks. Shit, I even put it on my ears. I want my ears to look flawless too, you know? But I hate that foundation line, so I just make sure that I blend everything. If the color seems a little off, don't worry about that. Once we get all of our other face shit on, and our powder, it's all gonna come together. Now this is just with one coat. I mean, I still have a little bit more left on my hand, so at this time I can either stop right here, or if I want, I can add some to some areas that I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. But yeah, I just love how my skin looks when I wear it. Once you're done with that, keep this foundation that's at the back of your hands. I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing with that and why you need to keep it there. But yeah, so let's go ahead and put that away, and we're going to move on to concealer. Honestly, like, I've been using this Ulta full coverage liquid concealer. It's been doing the trick for me. I used to use Shape Tape, but it was just kind of too, like, heavy to me. I don't know. I kind of grew out of it. I don't know what happened. So yeah, this has been really doing the trick for me, and I think it's like $5 or $6. Yeah, so I just, you know, dab on a little the problem areas, what I'm trying to cover. I like to put some on my chin to highlight it. I like to put some on the bridge of my nose. I used to do my forehead, but oh my god, look how crazy I look. But I just stopped doing that. I don't know why. We're gonna keep the concealer here with us because we're gonna use it again. And then I'll just take the foundation brush that I just used. I'm not even sure if you're supposed to do this. Maybe you're supposed to have a separate concealer brush. I don't know. I just be using the same brush, and I am just going to quickly dab that concealer in. And yeah, I don't go crazy with my concealer. It's not like 5 million shades lighter than the rest of my face. I just do that, and then I just kind of, you know, pray for the best. Like, there we go. Like I said, not a makeup artist, so I don't even know if that's correct. Whatever. And then I like to set my under eyes. I used to bake a lot, but I just sometimes I bake, sometimes I use a pressed powder. It's just all about how I'm feeling. Right now I'm feeling pressed powder. So I'm going to take this Smashbox. This was the Holidaze Contour and Spotlight palette. It's a really cool palette. Not only does this have a giant mirror, which I guess I could have been using this the whole time instead of my small ass mirror, but whatever. And it comes with all these fun shades. It comes with the blush, highlighter, contour. But really, my favorite thing in here is this, oh shoot, I got foundation on the thing. Damn it. Be careful. Just remember you got that foundation at the back of your hand. Is this banana powder that they have in here. Like, it's just so perfect. So I just take this e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. I believe this bitch was $1. Just tap off a little bit, and I'm going to go right in to my under eye area and just kind of set that concealer that we just did. Yeah, so like I said, it's personal preference, up to you. It's up to how you're feeling that day. Today, for some reason, I just want to do pressed powder. I really don't feel like baking. And yeah, I just like how it just kind of brightens up my under eyes. Sorry y'all, I think that the sun's starting to set, so it's kind of affecting the light in here. But yeah, I just put it on here just to kind of brighten it, make it look like we got our 8 hours of sleep when Lord knows we did not. And then I'll just kind of come through and just hit up my chin area because I want that to be bright, the bridge of my nose, just any other area. Shit, might as well do the forehead too while we got all this equipment. All right, and next is everyone's favorite fun part. Not really. This is the part that I really struggle with, and it's brows. I just now have been able to like grow out my brows so they are what they are now. I used to have like this really annoying habit. I feel like it formed from anxiety, but I would just like pick at my eyebrows until they were basically bald. So right now I'm pretty happy with how they are. I'm just continuing to grow them out. I don't like too thin brows. I used to do that shit in high school, and girl, bye. I want a brow product that is going to last all night, that's going to be sweat proof, waterproof, all of the proof, life proof. So I'm going to my trusted eyebrow gel by NYX. We've got our brows on, nothing too crazy, you know, just kind of like defining them. If I want at this point, I can go through with a pencil and, you know, make them full a little bit more, like if you had a thinner brow than me. But right now I'm kind of satisfied with how it looks, so I'm going to go ahead and set it. I'm going to be using the Ulta Beauty Clear Brow Gel. This stuff's great, it's cheap, it does it right. Or you can use the Benefit Brow Gel, that one's good too, but to me, this is basically the same formula. I like to have my brows stick up at the end, like where my eyes are. I love having like my brows standing up there. I don't know why I like that look, but I do. And then I'm just gonna kind of run it through. Not only is this gonna kind of distribute all that color that we just put on it, but it's gonna straighten them out. It's gonna tame the brow, and it's gonna set the brow so these bitches don't move. So while we're just, you know, popping off to 7 rings, our brows are gonna be right here with us. Moving on, we're going to take a flat pencil. I am using this cheap as hell and old as hell e.l.f. professional eyeliner brush. Man, I've had this brush so long. I mean, I'm surprised. It's been through the most with me, but you know, it made it. So this is where that foundation at the back of your hand comes into play, because we're going to use that to carve out our brows. So pretty much I just dip my brush into a little bit of that foundation, and I'm going to start at the top, and I'm literally going to just follow my brow line, and I'm going to line it and then buff out, just so it doesn't look like, you know, there's a freaking line there. And why the hell are we doing this? I just love how a carved out brow looks. So yeah, to me it just like if you're like me where you only get your eyebrows threaded maybe once a month, because like I said, I like growing them out a bit, this is helpful because it just kind of cleans up the brow area and makes it look like your brows have just been threaded. Yeah, so I just kind of line it, buff it out, and it just makes your brows look sharper. So that's pretty much it. On the other side, like underneath, you can take your concealer. I'm gonna put some concealer on my hand, and same thing, we're going to dip our brush in it, and then we're just going to carve out the bottom. This part you kind of want to go slow. Don't rush this process. This to me is like the most important part, the lower part of the brow. And I love how, since I'm using a flat brush, it's going to really define it and create like that line that you want. And if you want, it's okay to go through with your hand and just kind of like, you know, distribute it. But see how it creates that perfect little line? This versus this. You don't have to do this. It's honestly your personal preference and what you like. I like how this looks. Not everybody does. And then honestly, I'll just take some and I'll just go ahead and get my eyes set up for eyeshadow. And this kind of just brightens up the eye a bit. You can use eye primer or whatever, but honestly, This does the trick. Because honestly, we're not going to be putting on that much crazy eye makeup because Ari, she just does her wing liner, which that's going to be a tough one. So, yeah, shit's getting real for this. So I'm taking some Scotch tape. Yeah, we're really using some at-home techniques here. And I'm going to just line it up. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want there to be a defined line with my eyeshadow. I want it to stop at a certain point. If you can, try not to get the tape under your under eyes like me, because then you fuck up your concealer. So don't worry, we'll correct that when we get to that. So for my eye makeup today, I'm going to be using my beloved Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to eyeshadow, to be honest. Like, that's part of the reason I got lash extensions, so I can totally fuck up my eyeshadow, but then it just kind of, the lashes pull it together and it halfway makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my base on. I'm going to be using the shade White Chocolate. Just going to kind of tap that, buff it out, and we're just going to cover the lid with this, and we're going to go up to the brow bone. Next, I'm going to go in with this Salted Caramel color right here. I am going to go in with this Marzipan color and just kind of put that in the center of my lid. Let's make use of this tape so I can show you what the hell this was for. Go ahead and extend it out. Extend that orange out, man. So then when we rip off our tape, we have that defined line. So I'm just going to buff it out to the edges. And it's okay if you go over the tape. Now we're just going to take our tape off. Oh shit. And take off half of our concealer. That's great. But see how it has like that defined edge right there? I like how that looks. Plus some face. I'm taking my Wet n Wild MegaGlo makeup stick, the contour version of it. I also like their cushion contour. That one's bomb. But yeah, we're just going to use this. I'm just going to extend this down because we like a chiseled queen. And for those of us with 5 heads, I'm going to contour my forehead. Could do some here. Could do my nose. I don't really like to contour my nose because I just don't know how, and it kind of looks weird on me. And I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk number 30 contour brush, and we are going to contour it out, baby. I like using this kind of brush to contour. You can use whatever you want. You don't have to use a brush that looks like this. I just like the look that I get when I use a brush like this. And I like to really sculpt. I want you to see my freaking cheekbones, yo. And that's another thing. That's why it's okay, like, if your foundation isn't, like, the perfect match to it. Because all of it's going to come together at the end as we're adding, you know, a darker shade to contour. Like, we're all just going to tie it all in. I mean, don't go, like, 5 shades too light. That I can't help you with. But I love the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is, like, if I could just have one product in my life, well, you know what? Yeah, if I could have one product in my life, it would be this. Like, I just love it so much. Yeah, it's a drugstore bronzer. It smells amazing. Like, hello, are we in Turks and Caicos? No, we're in my shitty room. Not sure who did the shades for this because this is not deep. But yeah, I'm kind of like I'm more of like a light medium with warm undertones, and I'm using the deep bronzer, so that should tell you how off they are. But yeah, I use the deep bronzer. I'm taking this Profusion brush. It has no name. I'm pretty sure I just got it at TJ Maxx, but honestly, it's probably the best bronzing brush I've ever used in my life. And I have no idea what kind of brush it is. So I just take a little on there. And I just, honestly, I just hit the areas that I contoured with the bronzer. Honestly, like, I kind of like to just put it all freaking over my face, even though I probably shouldn't. I have pretty sensitive skin, and despite this having some kind of scent to it, I have yet to break out. So, yeah, not saying you won't, because I'm not a doctor. Let's just go ahead and put on our face powder. Another favorite product from Physicians Formula. I hope they don't discontinue this, because it's pretty awesome. And it's the powder palette. It's the multicolored pressed powder in beige. And I've totally about to hit pan on this, but yeah, if you see it, it's just like a multitude of different shades. Okay, yeah. See, it even has like that white shade, but for some reason when you swirl all this together, like, it makes sense. Like, it makes your makeup look so good. Like my IT Cosmetics, this one is the smoothing foundation, and I'll just swirl all these colors together because I want all of them. And then I'll just kind of hit up my face with it. And it just, not only does it lock in everything I just did, but it kind of, like, for all the other parts of my face that don't have like bronzer or whatever, like, it just kind of gives them a little like hint of color too. Takes away the shine. I'm usually not a pressed powder girl because I feel like my face is like just too dry for that shit, but for some reason this formula is not drying at all, and it's not like Skin Flakes City. Like, it just goes on so smoothly. Like, who knew? Like, I got this shit on sale. Let's get these cheeks rosy. I'm using the Rock and Rosy palette from Model's Own. Really cool stuff here, guys. It's got 2 powder blushes and then a cream blush. And honestly, like, these kind of remind me of NARS Orgasm, if you guys have used that before. But cheaper. Using the Real Techniques blush brush. This is my favorite brush for blush. Like, I've tried to use other ones, but this one is just the best to me. So yeah, I'm just going to honestly go in with the mauve and then go ahead and hit up Meadow too, because why not? Okay, so I think it's time for us to just go ahead and do our wing liner before we hit up highlight, because honestly, like, to me, highlight, and I mean, of course, setting spray, those are the grand finale. So yeah, we have a couple different options for our wing liner that we can do, y'all. We can go the easy way out, and I highly recommend this if you don't like to do wing liner. I have the Lottie London stamp liner. So on one side, it's just a regular pen. And on the other side, it is little technical difficulties there. But yeah, so the second side is the wing. Looks like that. Kind of stamp it on my hand for y'all. And comes out like that. So it's already your wing. Or if you're feeling really brave, I recommend using a gel liner because it's just going to be easier. This is the e.l.f. liner in black. And then I recommend using a pointed brush like that. It's going to be easier for you to do your lines. Honestly, y'all, we had some technical difficulties with the eyeliner. It decided to break. So we just did a quick little wings with our pointed side. Praise the Lord that it somehow worked. I am pretty far away from the camera, so maybe that's why it looks even. I don't even know what just happened. Shit got real. That was a hot mess. We even got makeup all over our Thank You Next shirt. What the hell? So yeah, let's just go ahead and finish this look off because we need to leave in 4 minutes and I still got to do hair. So anyone who knows me knows I love highlighter, so why be normal and wear one? We're wearing 3 tonight, guys. I'm taking this Duo Chrome Illuminator. I don't even know what color this is, to be honest. I just like that it glows pink, and we're all about pink, and we're all about pink tonight. Because my e.l.f. highlighting brush, because I love this brush. Pretty sure it's $1. And then I'm going to take the Colourpop Highlight of My Life in Pinch Me. This is the Super Shock Cheek. I'm going to finish it off with my Ofra Nikki Tutorials Everglow. This is one of my favorite highlighters. It can do no wrong. I think what I'm going to do is just take a little bit. It's actually 3 different highlights, if you can see there. I'm going to take this little like rose goldish kind of color and just put it right underneath my brow bone because I want to highlight that so my brows look extra fleeky. And then I'm going to swirl in. This color is a little too dark for me right now, so I'm just going to hit up this like light color. And now this goes hard, so you have to use a light hand with it. Like, you will look like a damn Krispy Kreme glazed donut with this shit. I put a little on my nose because I like how that looks, and then a little on here on my mustache, I guess, because I like to like add like a lip color and then just have like the subtle glow right here. But yeah, I want y'all to see me. I want people on Mars to see what this Earth chick is working with. And then we're gonna finish things off with our Milani Make It Last. Cause yeah, sometimes when I look at myself, I'm like, you look like a powdery bitch. But this is going to this just makes your makeup look so freaking good. Like, and your face smooth and flawless. Like, Milani, if you ever decide to watch this, please make a bigger bottle of this because like I literally hoard these. Alright, y'all. So now to hair. I don't know shit about how to do hair, so I'm just kind of like, I'm just kind of doing my own whatever here. So yeah, it would not be Ariana if we didn't have our ponytail. Now, I didn't do a long ponytail. I was going to, but a bitch sometimes just has to work with what she's got, you know? So yeah, I've got my little ponytail extension. This is not the same color as my hair at all, but we're just gonna make it work. There are no rules in fashion. Obviously my normal hair is pretty short, so I want a little bit of a dramatic ponytail. So first I'm going to start off with brushing my hair. That's the most important part. My hair is a little bit dirty for this because honestly it's just easier to style when you haven't washed your hair for a few days. As gross as that sounds, that's just the way it is, y'all. Alright, and we want to do as high of a ponytail as possible, so I am just going to tie up my hair, and as I'm trying to tie it, I'm going to be combing it as well. Just so everything is as high as possible. I have some layers in my hair, so this usually is pretty difficult. It's just a combination of me holding it, brushing, because we want it as high and sleek as possible. And then I'm just going to take I like the Smooth and Serene Beauty and Planet Argan Oil and Lavender leave-in smoothie cream, just to kind of smooth down my hair, give it that sleek look. I just take a little bit amount, smells so good, and I just kind of put it all over over just to kind of smooth down my hair. I'll usually just take some in my hand, tap it on there, smooth, smooth, smooth it out. So taking your ponytail, you want to make sure that she is smooth as well. So you're just going to brush her out. So you can see there's a bobby pin from the last time I wore her out. Yeah. These are very nice to put on. They're super easy. They come with like a clip in the back. This one's by Hairdo. They make some of my favorite like clip-in extensions. And they're moderately priced. So yeah, it has like this little pin right here that you just can use to put in your hair. So I am just, sorry, this part's going to look kind of weird, and I'm going to try and explain it as I'm doing it in the mirror. But I'm going to take my clip, and when I feel it, I'm going to insert it to my natural ponytail. So I've put it into the base of my ponytail, if that makes any sense at all. And then I'm going to take the two parts that are hanging out here. One of them has Velcro, and I'm going to wrap it around so that it hooks on to the other piece. So I'm going to take that Velcro and hook it on to the other side. So those two sides, you basically just connected them. And then I'm going to take this curly piece, and I'm literally going to just wrap it around the base of my hair, because this kind of just like blends everything together and makes this seem like this is your natural hair. And honestly, like, I like for this shit not to move, so I put a shit ton of bobby pins in my hair because I want to be able to whip my hair back and forth without seeing my hair on the fucking ground. Alright folks, we got our hair in. See just how much more length and volume that adds. And then we're just gonna continue to kind of just smooth all this down. You can even just spritz it all around, just because we don't want our hair to move. And then yeah, so this is the completed look. You know, I'm kind of like the older Asian version of Ariana Grande if she never became famous. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.
In case y'all are wondering, you're damn right, I forgot to include my lipstick look. All that information will be in the description below. My bad.
Post full looks on my Instagram. I am so excited. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thanks for getting ready with me, and thank you next. Bye guys.